Welcome to Clue Plays COD, and in today's video I'm going to talk about why I don't rage quit and neither should you. So recently I found in the Call of Duty community that it's quite a common thing for people to just rage quit out matches. They go into the game just to complete their challenges and they either get them and then just leave the game because they've completed them, or they're not getting them, they're losing the game and they just get on out of there, rage quit, completely not interested in securing the game. And I'm going to discuss why that's actually quite a selfish thing to do, because realistically, the game can only go on if all the players are in the game and playing their part, right? That's how online gaming works. Online matches can only work if everyone plays the game, and if you're losing and then leave the game, rage quit, just get out of there, it ruins the experience for the other players in the game, right? So maybe this is something you aren't bothered about, right? But flip it on the other way round. You are on a kill streak, you're going for a nuke, or you're close to that camo challenge that you're really close to getting. You're just about to get the Bloodthirsty for Dark Matter, about to get that triple kill for Dark Spine, or any other challenge that you're trying to do, and then boom, that's it. The whole enemy team just rage quits. The game's over, you can't do your streak, you lost your opportunity for a nuke, and that might be your only one that you've got that week, that even that entire year, that whole cycle of the game, just boom, everyone leaves, game over, you can't get your nuke, you're on a 28, 29 kill streak. Nope, you're not going to get that game because you're not going to get the nuke because everyone just left, right? And because of that, the experience is ruined, and it's ruined because you're thinking, well, I was stomping on the whole players, I was doing really well, and then everyone just rage quits because they weren't doing very well. Well, maybe when you're losing the game, that's another challenge for someone else to unlock, right? You, at the end of the day, the enemy team is better, you aren't doing as well, and they are stomping on you because they're better, they're trying to unlock a challenge. Maybe they're trying to get their nuke, maybe they're trying to get their kill streak they haven't got before. You're just like, you know what, I'm not interested in taking part in this game, I'm just, boom, out of there, not interested. And, okay, maybe that's not something you care about, maybe you just focus on you just want to make sure that you get the win, and you want to unlock your challenges, you don't really care about the enemy team, you know what, fair enough. But here's the other reason you shouldn't quit. I've found in Call of Duty games, in online matches that I play, that even when I'm losing, there is always a chance you can come back from the game. If you rage quit, yes, it makes the experience less enjoyable for other players, as I've discussed, and maybe you're not really bothered about that, but what if you managed to take that game back? You're losing, you're grinding it out, you're trying really hard, but the enemy team are just grinding, they're playing better, and all of a sudden you switch up your playstyle, bam, that's it, you're winning, you find it, you figured out why it is you're losing, you're taking that hard point, you're taking that domination flag, you're planting the bombs on search and destroy, you go on a nice little kill streak, boom, you bring the game back, and nothing beats that feeling, right? When you thought you were going to lose and all of a sudden you bring it back. And here's the thing, I actually do this a lot. There's loads of games where I go in and I'm losing, I'm getting stomped on by the enemy team, I'm thinking, man, why am I playing this game? It's making me so angry. And then all of a sudden, it's a game of search and destroy. And I just go on a 3-kill streak, completely annihilate the team. I managed to plant a bomb, and all of a sudden, that 3-4-0 round that I'm losing, suddenly I've brought it back up. My team we finally synced together and we're starting to win the game. We're like, oh man, we can actually bring this back. And absolutely nothing can beat that feeling, right? I'm sure you've all had it. You're losing the game. You're like, man, this is really annoying me. And all of a sudden, you just bring the game back. You're like, wow, that was actually an amazing win. They're the memorable games, right? They're the games where you're playing with your mates and you're like, oh my god, I actually won that game. I can't believe it. And you look back on it, you're like, man, remember when we were playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and we actually brought that game back? That was amazing. And the thing is, if you rage quit, you will never ever get that. If all you do is go into games and as soon as you start losing, you're 30 seconds of the game, just getting stomped on, 8 death streak, you just bam, leave out of there, that opportunity goes, and then you'll never get that epic comeback that you got maybe 2-3 years ago with your mates, where you look back on and think, man, that was so good. And the thing is, by encouraging rage quitting, it devalues those wins, right? If in the community we're like, yeah, just rage quit, go and get your challenges, it completely devalues the wins that we're getting. And wins are only fun if it's balanced out by the losses, right? If you lose 3 games in a row, you're fuming, you can't believe it, but then all of a sudden you go on like a 3-4 game win streak and thinking, oh man, I got all my challenges a lot, man, it was actually really worth it grinding through those games. It makes the wins that you get worth it by balancing out with the losses. And also it means when you're stomping the enemy team, you can be like, you know what, fair play to them. They stuck in the game, they helped me get my challenges, and even though they were losing, at least they stuck by it. They didn't just quit, give up, decide that it wasn't for them. They just stuck by it, and they didn't give up on that chance that they might be able to win. And then when you're stomping on them, you can be like, well, you know what, I actually really enjoyed that. I actually really enjoyed that game. You know what, at least they kept playing the game, and by leaving they didn't ruin it, right? If they left, then your streaks are gone, your opportunity for nukes gone, as I discussed before. And I actually think that we encourage it a lot, because in Call of Duty there's been a bit of a change where we're all just all focused on our challenges, and we go in there, unlock our challenges and leave. But I think it takes away from the idea that actually we do play this game for fun. Like I do. Like, okay, yeah, I love doing the Dark Matter challenge, I love doing the Dark Spine challenge, I love doing my daily challenges, I love going for nukes and things like that, but I love getting my kill streaks. But I do play the game just to enjoy the game. I enjoy the gameplay, I enjoy the matches, I enjoy playing with other people, I love meeting people online and, you know, getting the mic on and speaking to the enemy team and trash talking them, and then talking to my teammates and trying to win the game and see if we can coordinate. That's the fun of it, right? We don't look back on the older Call of Duty games and go, oh man, remember when we used to win every single game? Oh yeah, we won that match, won this match. No, we look back and go, man, it was really fun. I loved in Modern Warfare 2019 just using the M4A1 and trying out these new weapons that I never tried before with the gunsmith, and converting the AK-47 to the AK-12. You know, these are what makes the game enjoyable. It's not just those quick sort of instant gratification wins, and I think that's something that's unfortunately being quite encouraged. Okay, yeah, I like maps like Stakeout and the other small corner face-off maps, but it does encourage that, you know, instant gratification. Go in there, get your headshots, go back in, get more headshots, boom, you got Dark Matter, and that's it. But it takes away from the enjoyment of the game and playing the game and taking value to those wins. I'll admit I use Stakeout in order to get my camos, but I look back and I can't remember if I won any of those games, because I wasn't focusing on the win, right? I wasn't focusing on the objective, I wasn't focusing on trying to, you know, coordinate with my teammates and beat the enemy team. I was just thinking, go in there, get my headshots, get my bloodthirsties, bam, I'm out of there. And I never rage quit. I didn't rage quit, but I certainly just went in the game just to get those challenges. But the games that I remember in Black Ops 6 are games where, you know, search and destroy and rewind, and where I was losing 4-0 and then I brought it back. Those are the games that you remember. So if you're watching this video and you regularly rage quit, you go in, you're not getting your challenges, boom, I'm out of there. Or you go in there and you're trying to go for the win, you're just grinding out, trying to get the best KD you possibly can, and you're losing. I would encourage to try and stay in that game, try and fight it out. One, because you can always take the game back and they are always the best games. But two, even when you're losing, just remember, you're playing the game to enjoy it. You're not just playing it for the camo challenges, not just playing it to get, you know, the best KD ever. You're playing it because you bought the game for an experience, you bought the game to enjoy it. And unfortunately, the reality is part of that experience is losing the game. You're going to lose every now and then, and those losses are going to make those wins more enjoyable. However, I completely understand that that is not the general consensus in the community. So if you do not agree with my opinion, which I'm sure is absolutely going to be the case with a lot of you, then let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to have a little debate about it and whether we should or shouldn't rage quit. I will never rage quit. I think it's important. Probably while my KD is awful, but my time spent in the game and the enjoyment of the game is more important than those instant gratification wins. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel where I talk about all things Call of Duty, and I release regular Call of Duty videos. And when Black Ops 7 comes out, those videos are going to be surefire increased. And check out my last video where I talk about another controversial opinion, which is why Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 was actually my favourite Call of Duty. I'll see you in the next video.